Aloha, y'all. Welcome back to the Socially Awkward Chef. Indian food is one of my favorites, and I thought it would be a perfect time to make an Indian staple, which is dal. It is very, very simple to put together, so let's get started. Here I have 1 medium onion, as well as 2 cloves of garlic that we're just going to chop up. Start with our onion, and we're just going to put this into, or make it into, a small dice or small chop, whichever you want. Let's go ahead and remove this outer piece here because you can see it's a little rubbery. Same with this side here, just that first ring. From here, we're just going to give it a small dice or small chop, whichever is easier for you. So I'm just going to come across the side here. And then we're going to go straight down here. I'm just going to run my knife through it a couple of times just to make sure everything is even. And then we're going to just set this off to the side in a bowl here. And continue on with our other half of the onion. I am getting onion everywhere. Okay, I'm going to set the onion off to the side, clean up my board a little bit. Here's what our onions should look like when they're all nice and evenly chopped. And now we have that out of the way, so we're going to take 2 cloves of garlic. Just going to cut off the little end bit here. And then this is going to do the same. We're just going to finely chop these if they don't go flying off the board. Okay, we've got our garlic finely chopped. The last thing that we're going to need to start off our dal is some ghee. We're going to use about 2 tablespoons of this, and we're going to get our onions and our garlic caramelized. Whoops, I totally forgot to plug in my mic. Anyway, what I was saying was you want to put your saucepan on medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of ghee. And then we added in our onions. And these have been cooking for about 3 minutes. So you can see they're starting to get soft. I'm going to go ahead and cook these for another 3 to 4 minutes so they start to get a little brown around the edges. And then I'll add in my garlic. It's been a few more minutes, and as you can see, our onions are cooking down nicely. So now I'm going to add in our 2 cloves of garlic that we chopped up. And the reason why we're doing this in stages is so our onions have time to cook down and the garlic doesn't burn. As if we added that at the exact same time, your garlic would burn before the onions get nice and caramelized. So we're going to continue to cook this for another 2 to 3 minutes, or until our onions start to get a little bit more browned at the edges, and then we're going to remove it from the heat. Plus one more thing. We are also going to add in about 1/4 teaspoon of dried crushed red pepper flakes, completely optional. All right, now we're going to cook this for another few minutes and then remove it from the heat. We're going to start to cook up our lentils, and you can do this at the same time that you're doing your onions and garlic. So in our saucepan here, I have 2 2/3 of a cup of water, and to that we're going to add in 3/4 cup of red lentils, straight in, and then 1 teaspoon each of salt, ground cumin, and turmeric. And all in at the same time. We're going to bring this to a boil and then reduce it to medium. And we do want to stir this frequently so the lentils don't stick to the bottom. Our lentils are boiling, so I went ahead and turned the heat down to medium. So from here, we're going to just let this cook uncovered for 8 to 10 minutes, and we're going to stir this occasionally. And then we're going to come back and cover it and simmer it for about a half an hour. It's been about 8 minutes, and this is what our lentils are looking like now. So I'm just going to give them another good stir, reduce this to medium-low, and then we're going to cover this and simmer it for 25 to 30 minutes, and we're still going to stir this occasionally. Our dal is ready. This is a consistency after this was about 25 minutes. And remember those glorious onions and garlic that we went ahead and caramelized earlier. We're going to take all of that and put it straight into our dal. And I also have turned off the heat. So all of this, including the ghee, and then we're going to give this a nice stir. And from here, I'm going to give it one last taste and adjust the salt if necessary. I think this tastes great, so we are good to go. So I'm going to dish up our dal from here, and that is it. If you've enjoyed this video, please give a like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you would. It completely helps our channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and until we eat again, y'all, aloha!